YouTube. To all the kind people on YouTube. Eternal gratitude to share this grand moment with you. A healthy reminder to get your cup of water ready, get your water bottle so you could join in on the hydration station. Join me in the hydration station. Yeah. Hydration station. Oh, light some sage if you feel the need, if that's your thing. Personally, I lit Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a sacred tree from the Amazon rainforest that the natives hold in extremely high regard for its wonderful healing properties, balances the space, all negativity runs away from the lighting of the stick, pushes everything negative out, all positivity converges on location on the stick. It's a very powerful tool. I personally procure mine. I purchase mine from oneloveholistics.com. They are a sustainable source. The price is it's not the best price because it's sustainable. That means they're paying the tribes people what they deserve. They're making sure the trees are getting replanted. Authentic goods do come with a different price bracket than slave labor and the excavation of trees in a cruel manner without replanting. So I am invested in the medicine, I grateful I am, and I really love it. I highly recommend if that's a new concept to you, the Palo Santo. So the topic of today is willpower, right? Willpower. So in a magical context / ceremonial context, ritual context, there are 3 pillars to conducting ceremony / making sure the work that you do comes out effective. What's another way to say it? Making sure the ceremony goes smooth, the work comes out effective. Yeah, that sounds about right. And the 3 pillars are creativity, inducing a trance state is second. First is creativity, second is inducing a trance state, third is willpower. So willpower, the other 2 topics, hopefully we will cover in a future video. For now, we're gonna focus on willpower. Willpower. So for example, David Goggins, that I think twice Navy SEAL guy, please correct me, maybe at least once for sure, Navy SEALs master, the marathon runner, the guy who ran so much he got his knees replaced and he's still going. If the dictionary were to renew the definition of willpower, a picture of David Goggins' face would be bam, it'd be right there, and he'd be cheering you on, like, woo, you know what willpower is. Yeah, that is willpower. Willpower is I need some water. 1 second, please. Thank you. Oh, if you guys are into teas, highly recommend one called Altai Ivan Chai. ALTAI IVAN CHAI. I've had that before. It's delicious. Today we're just focusing on the good old H2O. So willpower, if David Goggins is a new person to you, willpower is the ability to push through obstacles that are in your path, whether external or internal. realizing that tapping deep within your mind, deep within your heart, deep within your body, you know that you can accomplish what's in front of you if you set your mind to it. You are determined, you're consistent, and you put in the energy to, run up that mountain that you've been looking to run up on for a hike that's nearby, and you want to run up the whole mountain and not take any breaks. That instinctual drive to push yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can, and that drive to get better at running up that mountain, that's what willpower is. Willpower is, for in a magical sense, the willpower is exercised outside of that space, and it's utilized in its fullest extent in ceremonial space, at least within the belief system that I guess I have adopted, or the belief system I lean into and pull from. Because willpower is kind of like if like I am, doing an energy healing, right? And I am creating a chi ball, and a chi ball is energy, so I'm creating a chi ball with my thoughts, and I am going to shoot it to the sun, right? Or, apologies guys, a little skip up there. A better example would be, a patient is in front of me, sitting down in ceremonial space. I am extracting what does not belong in their heart center, some depression, suicidal thoughts, some a tendency for gluttony, whatever it is, like something heavy, right? Something heavy. And for me to allow it to transmute, sending it off to the sun, this heavy artifact of energy, it takes willpower, because I'm pushing it, right? I'm pushing it towards the sun, and that willpower to stay in the present moment and concentrate, and to put all my energy and thought into pushing this muddy energetic signature that I extracted into the sun for it to be transmuted. That takes willpower. So willpower, what I've noticed, I need a little bit more water, guys. Willpower, what I've noticed, guys, that it assists greatly in ceremonial context, whether one is a participant in the ceremony or one is facilitating. That willpower plays a tremendous role in the stool for the magic to get carried out. The stool being the first, creativity; second, inducing trance state; third, willpower. So how I feel about it is that exercising willpower outside of ceremonial space really strengthens that component of your mind, so that when it comes time for ritual / ceremony, you are fully prepared. Like you've been flexing that muscle, lifting that dumbbell already before, so when it comes time for maximum output during ceremony, you're already there. You've done it before. So there are many, many different ways of exercising willpower in your day to day. A lot of people have access to a shower. So when you take a shower or a bath, if you wanted to exercise willpower, start with cold water. Just go in there, go in with the cold water. At first, it's really like, woo, you know? Everybody's body responds differently. If it's a newish exercise for you, they kind of recommend starting coldish, like warmish cold, then eventually get colder and colder as you do it more times. Especially with a bath, because they say you can kind of go into somewhat of a shock if it's way too cold and you are barely getting accustomed to it. And it works out beautifully, the cold shower, because you're in there, you put it on cold, and you're just like, oh, I really want to turn it to warm, and you know you can. That's the whole point of the willpower, is that you know you can, and it's easy to pretty much, in a sense, give up, you know, like, oh, I can't do this, which is fine, totally fine. For any of these exercises, giving up, letting go of the negative context of like, oh, I give up. More just like, hey, being humble with yourself. Hey, you know, like, I'm not ready yet. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Making sure to be constructive towards yourself, positive, uplifting self-talk when you decide to turn it to warm, if you even do. Because beating down on oneself for not completing the task all the way, you're just hurting yourself. And for what? You know, you're there to be your own cheerleader, right? Cheer yourself on. I need some more water. Be constructive towards yourself if the exercise does not get carried out to the fullest extent that you initially wanted. These exercises are meant to be difficult because they're testing your limits, the limits of your mind, right? I feel it's past the 10-minute mark about. Going to get to a part 2 right after this. Partly the reason that I do separate parts to these videos is to give you guys the conscious decision to click on another video or let the playlist roll on, because it's going to be in a playlist. Gives you the conscious choice to continue with the playlist, or, you know, hopefully, if you feel called, that it gives you a moment to let go of the phone, let go of the computer, and enjoy connecting with yourself in a different way, like going for a walk outside, you know, catching up on cleaning up the room. I'm projecting, my room's a mess right now. You know, getting into, you know, or making a meal from scratch you've been wanting to make. I know that YouTube and other platforms can be very easy to infinite scroll, the doom scrolling as the kids call it now, the doom scrolling, so many videos out there. Which honestly, myself, I've been there before, guys. 12, 16 hours straight in my room, barely drinking water, barely eating, just on YouTube. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to realize that movement is medicine. Getting up from your chair, getting off of your bed to get some movement in will really make your day that much more grand. Love y'all. See you soon.